about the proto culture.
If you don't know the culture, here's the whole structure.
We had enough of the lackluster. Trust us, we get the kind of games you can't win in Blockbuster.
Game related, raise it bit by bit. Yo D, link up the cable, we'll go hit for hit. Phantasma, plasma, particle beam needs I have you on the run. Rendered effects hot like magnets.
I play games by Capcom with a power glove strapped on any platform. I don't spend my dough on fat farm. Video games, I got many to play before my life expires to fill my desires.
Mastering your hardest ball, shattering our stars across. Ain't hard to cross the finish line, floating on Daytona. Wex, Gex, or Kona, I get them all at cost. RPG, platform, we transform like Macross.
Rival schools, buy two, purchase, you ought to. It came with one free CD, it's like I bought two. I hope they make part two for Dreamcast, cause games I seen in mags you won't believe they had.
Getting calluses, turning over asteroids, graviton bombs destroyed, getting moms annoyed. Now I'm hacking nightmare creatures, features splat across the screen, get more clean each year.
I remember my homie Ed Coates had the most, a ColecoVision. Every week I visit, play a doggy called Junior Venture, rock and roll games I thought was dope, while my mom was watching soaps.
I'm on the next level, I got a double barrel shotgun in the Doom world, waiting on the next devil. Armor's low, check the arsenal, rupture, the main conductor, playing disruptor.
I remember Ninja got it, finished it finally with Ramon. Wouldn't answer the phone, this was before getting blown. I own the first Nintendo Power with the maps of Zelda, helped me conquer in an hour. Let me tell you about the proto culture.
If you don't know the culture, here's the whole structure.
We had enough of the lackluster. Trust us, we get the kind of games you can't rent in Blockbuster. Let me tell you about the proto culture.
If you don't know the culture, here's the whole structure.
We had enough of the lackluster. Trust us, we get the kind of games you can't rent in Blockbuster.
What happened to Game Fans? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they was cool at first, now we got Game Republic now.
E-Storm, though, it's about E-Storm.
And EGM is how we win. Hey KU, you know my Sega collection is massive. Got all the past hits and classics. Here's Odd's way, now Panzer's way. Originality that made me a fan today.
It's pandemonium, it's like Toys R Us. Flipping the next Saturn game brings out the boys in us. It's poisonous, taking out the boys in blue. But Grand Theft Auto snatch a Rolls Royce to use.
Yeah, I'll admit that PlayStation improved.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a new season and new beginnings of the Gamer's Den. With the death of my former predecessor, the Pissed-Off Gamer, this show is now mine, so I'm calling it the Gamer's Den. I'm not a critic. By no means am I a critic. I don't know how to review a game as a critic. But I do know how to talk about games and glorify everything about gaming. So, this show is now going to be glorification of games. The good, the bad, the ugly. And everything else in between. I'm here to talk about and share the experience of the gaming universe. And I am going to be your host, the gaming guru, Kyle Hurley. Now, for this seeing that this is my first episode of my new show, I want to start the season off right with a good friend of mine. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Gamer's Den. I'm your gaming guru, Kyle Hurley. I give you the DL and anything downloadable, and I tell you it's cheap to cheap. Today in the Gamer's Den, I'm here with my good friend BK, Ballman Brandon, and today we are reviewing Castlevaina Judgment for the Wii. Ballman, tell me about what your thoughts are on this game.
Not too bad. Graphics could be a little better, but that could be said for all Wii games.
That's true, you know, but Wii games are never known for their visual style. What they're really known for is basically family-style gameplay. You know, you got family-style games like the Wii Fit and things of that nature. And then you also got the games of, like, you have Legend of Zelda, that's on Wii. Of course, they moved that to that 3DS bullshit. That's another time. But today we're talking about Castlevaina Judgment. Now, I'm a big fan of the Castlevaina series, personally. And this has a lot of great characters in it from all the Castlevaina games. Well, man, give me a list down of all the characters we have here.
Okay.
We have good old Grant,
who premiered in the very first Castlevania game back in 1993.
Shanoa. Of course, gotta have a little fan service for the guys.
And we have Eric.
Still don't know if that's a guy or a girl.
Yeah, who would have thought they had transvestites back in the 1900s? We have Sypha, also one of the original characters of the game. Trevor, the main superhero of all the Castlevaina series. And we have Maria. If you have a spoiled kid sister at home, basically this is her in a video game.
Pretty much, yeah. She's, she has Owl on her staff. She has her entire thing, but she is one of the toughest characters in the game too.
I really have to. And we have Simon. We have McCollum. I can't pronounce his name.
Alicord.
Thank you. We have Cornell.
One of his favorites.
And we have Carmela. One of his favorites. For reasons.
Yeah, for reasons unbeknownst to most men.
We have Golem. Which, you know, every character.
Every character, yeah, every character needs to be good.
And of course, Death. And surprisingly, that really wasn't expected. Dracula himself.
And he doesn't look like Death. Unlike Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest.
And we have the guy who brings all these characters together in this game, Aeon.
Not Aeon from Final Fantasy. He's basically, we call him the Timekeeper because that's pretty much what he is. He's the entire timekeeper of the entire game.
The setting of this game is everybody from all the different eras of all the Castlevania games have been brought together in a time rift to destroy a creature called Time Reaper, which kind of looks like Death's bully big brother.
Pretty much. I mean, I remember the first time me and you actually found and actually managed to fight the Time Reaper. He kicked their ass.
Yeah, I fought him 10 more times before I finally got him.
So you managed to actually beat him after?
Yeah, he actually follows just a set rhythm. That's another point of view where it sucks. He follows the same pattern over and over again.
So we'll probably show you that, folks. So let's get to...
Death there's more probably to use. So probably get Grant maybe too. We got a lot of cheat moves.
So let's get down right to it, guys. Let's show you the main part of the game. Let's get back into training mode so we can show you each and every single character. Alright folks, this is the character select screen that we have here. We have Grant, who looks a lot like Voldo from Soul Calibur. This is good old hot Shinoa. She's basically your hot nun who turned... Is she a vampire in this? Or is she's like a witch?
Kind of like a witch, yeah.
Kind of like a witch, yeah. This is Eric, unknown boy or girl.
The transvestite.
The transvestite, yeah. Scythia. Am I saying that right?
Sypha.
Sypha.
Trevor, the original hero.
Here's your bratty kid sister.
Maria. Alan.
Simon Beaumont, one of the most recognizable names in the Castlevaina series, of course. Alicord, Dracula's son.
Cornell, my personal favorite.
The Beast Man with the cool claws.
Carmela.
No. Now you know why I like her.
Our big root, Golem. Don't ask investigators, we're still figuring out ourselves.
Yeah, we think he's I don't know what he is. Good old Death. Personally, the way of Death, I don't like the design they made for Death, because he is cool looking, but he doesn't symbolize what I would view as Death, as what by today's standards I guess you would consider as Death. You know, the hood figure with the skeleton face. Now this is what I kind of guess what Death would look like without the cloak on. Of course, you got the big man himself, Lord Dracula. And the timekeeper Aeon.
Who brings everybody together in this mess. And guess what, boys and girls, even Dracula's a hero in this. Believe it or not, Rapid Brains run that one.
It's hard to believe seeing Dracula as a hero in this. Alright folks, so this is the opening cinematic to the main storyline of the game. I'm just going to show you a little about the fighting style, because this is... How would you describe the gameplay of this game?
Soul Calibur based, but with more freedom.
Okay, so an open fighting style with Soul Calibur based background. And you can really see the Soul Calibur in, especially with characters like Grant.
They're great using that.
Yeah, we decided to go with Grant. Brandon is found that he's really good with Red.
And especially the last boss, because there's two phases of story mode. Before Time Reaper and after Time Reaper. Before Time Reaper, you just face your opponent you're most curious about. After you defeat the storyline with Dracula, you get the Time Reaper, which is the main boss of this game. Basically, Dracula once again opens up the gates of hell.
Which is always fun.
Yeah.
My name is Aeon. Shall we begin the first trial?
So the way you fight is like this, very Soul Calibur based, but it is really fun. It's really fast paced, really fun. As you can see, I get an early strike in there, but Brandon, he's pretty good with his when it comes to these style of fights. Oh, beautiful 10-hit combo there. So you see, oh, nice one. And a KO. Beautiful. Nice little spam attack there. So I said, just like Castlevaina games, you can collect items like holy water and stakes and things like that to use towards fighting your enemies, and all these will use potential fighting, right?
Yes, and certain types of characters get certain different kinds of assault weapons. Some can use birds made of light, others can use bats, some can use a poison shield, and others can only use just axes, swords, and one called ground staff.
Ooh, now Brandon, you're in trouble now because you're fighting your favorite buddy. Can you actually beat your favorite man?
Oh yes.
That came out so wrong just then. Yeah, you really know how to beat him off, don't you? Yes, I'm making very gay jokes right now, and that's the point. Oh! This is the new feature that I didn't know about when we actually first started playing this game. These are basically called your critical finishes, and these are pretty cool. Nice.
You're gonna make me sick. You get no mercy.
So this is the Time Reaper. He's flinging skulls at you. How was it supposed to be like death? Well, we have death. Satan? Especially the ultimate bosses, they always had like 4, 5, 6 health levels. Seem to be feeling pretty good there. He's deep in thought, ladies and gentlemen. He's deep in thought. Nice jump.
Yeah, just basically that timer just goes on to finish.
I can see why now using Grant. His long-range attacks are doing massive amounts of damage to him. And he's doing massive amount of damage to you.
Grab it this way.
And you've got axe rate. Nice. My duty is done, and he axe rates your ass.
Yeah, dude.
Of course, this game is not all about just fighting and gore and time reaping and time raping and everything else. You can actually also customize your characters too.
We're gonna go with my favorite Cornell, which I've kind of have customized right now as well.
So basically, it is very similar to a lot of basic fighting games where you can customize. You can add hats, you can add little bow ties. Looks like you got demon wings and Cyclops eyes on them.
And then
Cyclops X-Men related to them.
And there's about 96 items in total you can collect for this game.
96, wow.
You have to collect them either going story mode, will never get you any of them. You have to go through either the castle, arcade, survival, and training modes. After so much time the gameplay is booked, you will actually win certain items over time too.
So you got rabbit ears, demon horns, you got Cyclops eyes, you got a bit of everything there. And these are just head options. Is that a rattle? Yeah. He had a rattle on his head. Nice. I think those red demon horns look cooler. Yeah.
Yeah, the eyes thing was always something temporary I put on by accident the other day.
And of course you get, like you get demon wings and...
You got necklaces for the body, chokers.
Dog collar.
That's kind of cool.
Bad joke.
Demon wings.
Demon wings. Gotta have demon wings.
There's dog tail, which she's not having. And you have a demon tail for Carmelo. I'm guessing 99% of people would use. Oh yes, and of course there's stuff from other games. Here we have dog nose.
Your famous dog nose and mustaches.
And one from Splatterhouse, believe it or not.
Nice.
Splatterhouse mask.
The original Splatterhouse mask from the original Splatterhouse game.
But before now, where he's a werewolf, you like this character. Longer masks are better, looks a little more ominous.
Oh yeah, that looks really cool.
And of course there's also some regular reading glasses where people just want to make an avatar themselves. Sunglasses, gold glasses, eye patches.
Army matey, I'd be killing your ass.
And other various masks. And the new wave shades, as they're called. The killer clown nose.
Gotta love the killer clown nose.
Just in case you have a little brother homophobia of clowns.
Or if you just want to have a Tim Curry, you have a Tim Curry fetish. Oh yes, they all float downhill.
That works too. And we also have the white mask, which looks better on.
Looks like something from the old, like an old ball or something. Yeah.
But this one looks better on the red Cornell than the black one, which I'm using now. This would be the more preferred. You're gonna have to win about 90 battles in survival right in a row before you get this one.
Cool. Alright, final thoughts, Brandon, of the game, Castlevaina. What do you think?
It was a pretty good game.
I'll say, so you got, those overall graphics was okay. I mean, it is pretty weak for Wii standards, but it was strong overall, you know. Good gameplay, good fighting style, good storyline, strong characters.
I think the eventuality of these home characters.
Yeah, true that. So, overall, 1 out of 10, how would you rate the game?
An 8.
That an 8? I'd give it about an 8 too, solid 8 at least. I'd recommend it for anyone. Like, say, if you're a good fan of fighting genres like Soul Calibur, like RPG style fighting games, this is definitely the game for you. But if you're not the comic fighter, if you're more into like UFC, then go for UFC. Mortal Kombat, go for Mortal Kombat. You know, there's different styles out there, but this is more for like the Soul Calibur style fighter. Yeah. So overall, guys, it's a great game. I'd recommend it for your video library. Well, man, Brandon, our special guest here today, Little Randy. I'm your gaming guru, Kyle Hurley. I'll see you on the next episode of The Gamer's Den. Cheers.
Let me tell you about the proto-culture.
If you don't know the culture, here's the whole structure.
We had enough of the lackluster. Trust us, we get the kind of games you can't win in Blockbuster.
Game related, raise it bit by bit. Yo D, link up the cable, we'll go hit for hit. Phantasma, plasma, particle beam needs I have you on the run. Rendered effects hot like magnets.
I play games by Capcom with a power glove strapped on any platform. I don't spin my